live chatters, or should I say hello, Mad Hatters? Well, here we are. It is February 9th, 2020. Every time I say that, I think of Barbara Walters, anyway. Hey, Anthony Olson, you're still here. Had a couple of rough days, but other weeks were good. And James D, Kay Bailey, Caleb, kind of feeling like a pile of crap. Well, always look forward to this. Winter is so miserable. This year we're getting storm after storm in Canada. Stephanie Bacon, SSSB, sorry. I want to blow your cover. It's getting difficult to get through. Yeah, well, winter is difficult. Hey, checking in from the UK. Thomas Gonzalez, haven't heard from you in a while. Bandits, Mina. Where's vitamin D video? Haha, haven't made it yet, have I? Hey, Lazar. Hey, Shanta. Kevin, Bubs, Robert Jenkins, our great donor. The Mad Hatter came from the 20s because they used to put lead in hats. People would go insane. Really? Wow. So that was something that Lewis Carroll was using a long time ago before that. Mr. Scooby fan, nice to see you. Lucy Lou, Pamela Melton, Kay Bailey. Where are you, Taco? He's in South Texas. It's super mild winter. Well, I think Taco Platter is in Canada, last I checked. Hey, did you guys see the Super Bowl last? You know what? I gotta move this thing here so I can use my. Here's to everybody. What is in this cup? It's a multiple choice question. 1, vodka. B, bourbon. C, hot chocolate. Make your pick. Anyway, yes, the Super Bowl was incredible. I love Patrick Mahomes, Pamela, Shanta, Lazar from Paris. Wow, you're in the psych ward with depression now. Hey, I've been there 5 times. How is it? I was thinking of doing like a AAA travel guide to the psych wards in America. You know, rate them by food, staff, you know, comfort, etc., like that. How's the psych ward in Canada? Winter does suck, yes, but we've had a very mild winter in Oregon. Wales forever. Amina, hey, nice bourbon. Come on now, I don't drink. Hot chocolate. Yes, you're right, Kevin Byrne. If it was bourbon, what would you guys said? MFCB, I suddenly don't feel like talking to anybody, not even the internet friends who I used to open up to. Well, you know, that happens when you're depressed. You go in and out of isolation. Sometimes when you're just feeling really crap, you don't want to talk to anybody. You went to sleep at halftime. Well, the Chiefs won, so you should be happy. What I was going to say something important. Oh, yes. $5 from Taco Platter, 5 Canadian dollars. I don't care. Thank you. Can't wait for cycle season. So close now. It's the main thing. Hey, did you know that I was a cyclist? Did you know that I did 104 miles beach to beach in 2013 and 2012? Yes. Fixed a headlight with my daughter. Very therapeutic. Absolutely. Robert Jenkins with his normal $20 pledge. This guy is, we have to name, we're going to call this the Robert Jenkins live chat from now on. I'm doing pretty good this week. One of my issues is when I feel like I'm doing better, I fall back into old habits. Of course, I need to start watching what I eat and start losing weight. And finally, do you know how to start losing weight? I'll tell you how. I did it, 20 pounds. Take advantage of the psych ward to heal. Well, that's not a bad. Lagai from Canada. I love you, dear. Nice to see you. I have a very important thing to mention, but first I want to show you this. Okay, so this is Weight Watchers, an app. It helps you see I have 25 points today. It has everything pre-programmed into it, and as long as you stay below your quota, you lose weight. It's proven scientifically. It's not rocket science, and it's the best weight loss app out there, I promise you. Shonda says, I love this channel. Well, I know Lagai will have to meet each other one of these days. We're just across the border. You're still doing okay? A couple of weeks ago, you were really having a hard time wanting to be around here. I'm glad you're still here. All right, and here we go, Mohammed. Well, I'm sorry you're still... Jason Clulo, 5 pounds. Way to step it up. All right, so today is special for 3 reasons, okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, it's my nephew's birthday. He's just turned 30. Yay! Life begins after 30. Although in the 60s, they said don't trust anyone over 30. Number 2, another good friend of mine named Michael is born today. Yay! But what, for a free copy of Boost Your Psychological Immune System and self-care activities to improve your mood, which took me 40 years to put together, for a free copy, what happened 56, no, let me see, 20, hold on, I got to get this right now. I think it's 56 years ago today. Yeah, I do math. What happened 56 years ago today? February 9th, I'll give it a hint. February 9th, 1964. What happened? A worldwide event. You'll check out Weight Watchers, absolutely. You'd have to pay a monthly fee, but it's nothing compared to your good health. My blood pressure has dropped, everything. Any advice on drug for panel? A lot of people, Chloe, use it for anxiety and performance anxiety who are musicians, and a lot of people use it for anxiety in general. Very, very well tolerated. Talk to your doctor about it. Okay, so anybody answering my question yet? Make full professor first, then reconsider it. Thank you, Anthony. Yes, I'm doing much better. Just 2 kidney stones to pass. Are you going to pass with flying colors? Boy, that was bad. This message is held for review. Well, I don't know. It doesn't seem that bad. I'll show it. I don't know what it means. It must be some sort of a special code from Shanta. Muhammad, that is not the real you talking. That is depression and hopelessness. Absolutely. So, Noah, we all know Noah. Noah Thomas got a great video, YouTube channel. He hasn't been doing well lately. I tuned in. He has the flu, and he was coughing and basically sniffling. And as soon as I saw it, I started to get sick myself. Oh my God, you know, post-hypnotic suggestion. So I tried to take care of myself. But this reminds me of a joke. What did one elevator say to the other? Boy, you're close. That was November 22nd, 1963, about the assassination of Kennedy. Really, a horrible thing. What did one elevator say to the other? I think I'm coming down with something. How's that? Flying colors, indeed, yes. See, I love how the Canadians and the Brits spell colors. C-O-L-O-U-R-S. Noah Webster took care of all the stuff out of the American language, if you notice. I'm thinking I'm coming down with something. Robert Jenkins! My God, you are... What about the Beatles? What about the Beatles? He's right. Oh, Noah is lovable. I've had dinner with him many, many times. So what happened with the Beatles on February 9th, 1964, Robert Jenkins? Sputnik, that's close. That's really close. Cat shenanigans, I like that. I have major depression, anxiety, complex PTSD. I've watched a few of your videos. I like your humor. Thank you. And Cat, complex PTSD is a bear. My wife has it. Repeated trauma during childhood. But there is a way out. There's something called EMDR. I hope you're seeing a good therapist. He was a fun guy, yes. Have you all seen Fantastic Fungi, by the way? The best movie of 2019? And yeah, EMDR. This is for trauma. EMDR. I am not diagnosing. Everything I say, check with your therapist. But this is just stuff from Wikipedia. Nothing rocket science here. The Ed Sullivan Show. God, okay, so on February 9th, 1964, the Beatles, who had just come over from England to America, appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show, which is a very popular variety show. 77 million people tuned in, a record for that time. That's like 120 million now. 77 million people tuned in, 77 million screaming teenagers, and who was one of them? Who was one of those screaming teenagers? Me, 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 me. I was there. I'll never forget it. It's a moment of my life. My brother was there too. The Beatles. The next day, they had 5 #1 hits. Oh my God. I'm so glad I grew up in the 60s. Anyway, 77 people watched. Very good, Robert Jenkins. Well, you are the man. So do you already have a copy of this this chart? And if you don't, I know your email address. I'll send it to you. Okay, someone said they like my humor. How about another joke? And then we have to talk to all you suffering people. Why was it so easy for the elephant to get hired? Well, he works for peanuts. Okay, and how about one? I love books. I'm a writer, right? What do you call a book that talks about the history of cars? A book that talks about the history of cars, an autobiography. Right. Hey, there's too many of you people suffering. I have to get back to this. Hope everyone is doing it. Gray SR, nice to see you. Shanta, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't. I wasn't paying attention at the time. Peanuts, you like that, Pamela Melton. Can ruminating about thought of anxiety cause anxiety? Absolutely. The mind can basically do a lot of nasty things if you don't watch it. Cat shenanigans, I do see a counselor. I have a psychiatrist and I take a lot of medications. Well, good. I hope that's helpful. Medications, it's trial and error, man. It's hard. It's hard. But you know, laughter is the best medicine. It says it in Proverbs. So keep watching my videos. And there's so many jokes on the internet. And Joshi Yamada told me one during our filming 2 days ago, and I forgot it. I am so upset. How old am I? I'm turning 71 2 weeks from yesterday. Wow. For anyone who can't let go of the past, there's a therapy called guilt release therapy. One section, 90 minutes long. It's amazing. Well, thank you. It's always good to hear about new things. All right. Down to 0.5 lorazepam, getting tough, but slowly getting there, chip by chip. Nice work, Pamela. It's only 0.5 milligram of Ativan. Hey, Lazy Eye Ranch. What would be an internet chat without you? My internet is so slow. Chat won't work. Having to use my phone to chat and video on laptop. Modern problems, yes. Taco should see my face when it went to the next screen. $20 is fine, but not 400 ROFL. Well, I don't know what that means, but maybe somebody can tell me. All right. Okay, that's good, Taco. The 80s were great. You do have that. And what does ROFL mean? It must be an acronym for something. All right. Anyway, did anybody see the film Fantastic Fungi? It's really great. It's all about how mushrooms can save the planet. Whoops. 5 out of 5 stars. Fantastic. Some of you must have seen it. It didn't even get nominated for an Academy Award for Best Documentary. Can you believe it? What are the Academy people thinking? By the way, the Oscars are today. Anybody care? Does anyone seen a movie called Joker? It's got 11 Academy Awards. I read about it. It seems like the most violent thing, and it gives people with mental illness a bad name. This guy with a mental health disorder randomly kills people. What is that about? And the guy who did it, Joaquin Phoenix, is getting nominated for Best Actor. Anyway, has anybody ever seen the film Joker? It looks horrible, and it's a disgrace, in my opinion. All right. You're rolling on the floor laughing. I'm glad you are. How can I forget things that I did during my psychotic episode? Very embarrassed about them. Aziz, you just forgive yourself. When you're psychotic, you're not in your right mind. You're also not in your right mind when you're highly depressed. Your brain is out of whack. It's not your fault. It's not you. It's the brain problem. It's like having a blood clot. So, explain to people that you were ill at the time. Yes, Caleb is right. Anna, just put yourself out there. You will make friends. All right. God blessings from San Bernardino. Yes, Betty Boop, I love to see you here. What do brain jolts do to the body? Well, I don't know, but I haven't had them. Yeah, the Joker is deeply twisted. So why is it so popular? What does that say about our culture? I mean, how have we lost our connection to morality? I don't want to sound like I'm a preacher or something, but wow. Yeah, it's a fantastic film, but a little disturbing. It seems very disturbing to me. Of course, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, is it not? Bandis Mina, do you recommend a 16-year-old guy to take tablets for depression? Which one do you recommend? Hey, I am not a crook, said Richard Nixon. I am not a psychiatrist, said Douglas Block, although I studied to be one. Yes, teenagers do take medication, but you got to see a child and adolescent psychiatrist to get the final word on that. All right, thank you for your work, Detuned. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to do it. Bob says I microdose 1/10 of a gram of psilocybin every 4 days. It's rewiring my brain back to normal. I've heard that a lot. I need to make a video on it, but it's so not quite, proven yet. But I hear all these anecdotal stories. By the way, a good friend of mine, a former client, is starting ECT. Actually started on Wednesday, electroconvulsive therapy, and I told her, I said, don't be afraid. It's a really successful thing, and I did it. She said, you did ECT? I said, yes, it was quite a shocking experience. Shouldn't make fun about serious things like that. But yes, anyway, she's had 2 sessions of ECT, and so far, so good. All the fear she had about it has gone away. Jojo Rabbit is very interesting. Yes, I heard it's kind of stupid, but it was I know, a parody. Hello, Ghost. Been doing very well after my depressive episode 5 months ago, but the last 2 years I've hit a bit of a dip. Well, that happens. You want to sleep during the winter, Stephanie? Well, SP, sorry about that. Yeah, well, that's par for the course. E. Dunlop says, I was depressed recently. I was found out at work. When you found out, you didn't do a crime. Well, all right. So, you're a human being like the rest of us. I mean, there's no shame in being depressed, ladies and gentlemen. Like there's no shame in having cancer. When will discussing mental health become mainstream? Long after I'm dead. But guess what? These videos will continue. So maybe when it becomes mainstream, my subscribership will triple. Of course, it won't do me any good, will it? I know Anthony Nelson. I brought some shoes from a drug deal. I don't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day. I know, no. I've heard that joke 5 times. Why do we remember what we did during psychosis if it's not us? Because your brain is still functioning. Not us meaning it's not your normal self. Whoops, my God, hold on. I keep knocking this around because someone said they've had, Amina, you've had a lot of suicidal thoughts lately, even wanted to write one of those notes. Yeah, well, call the hotlines, call the crisis lines, call Silent Unity. There is help out there. Can you loose the line between anxiety and depression? Anxiety and depression are sometimes two sides of the same coin. Well, in search of Satori, if you're feeling emotional pain, go see a therapist. That's what they're there for. Doctors of the soul. You're not crazy, Shanta. You're just, your brain is just having a little bit of a struggle. Richard Farrell, went fishing with the dotted line. I caught every other fish. Very funny. Wow. Now that is excellent. Richard, where do you come up with that? I'm going to copy and paste that one. Hey, some of the best jokes I get from you guys. Where is Chris Geyser when we need him? He used to be here all the time. Here's his joke. They opened up a new restaurant on the moon. Let's try it again. They opened up a new restaurant on the moon. The food is great, but it has no atmosphere. Thank you, Chris Geyser. I wish you were back. Okay. Let me see if we can get the live chat jokes here, and I will then cut and paste them. Nope. All right. So let's try this. If it doesn't work, I'll do it later. Okay, I guess I didn't copy it. All right. Back to the live chat. I'll remember. All right. I am lucky to have PTSD. Something I took the day off. Why did the hedgehog cross the road? I have no idea. Wim Hof, yes, I have heard of him. Bennett, he jumps in cold water. It helps his anxiety and depression. It's very good, but it's extreme. You need to build up to it. You need to make change or you will stay in the same state of hopelessness, yes. Do you know what the pastor told my mom? The best medicine is God, no side effects. There you have it. If you pay Douglas with PayPal, nothing is taken out and he gets all the funds. Well, that's okay. You can pay something here. Matter of fact, how many donations have we had? We've had Robert Jenkins, we've had Taco Platter, and Jason Clulo, the regulars. How about some more? 81 people watching. Yes, a record. Thank you. 18 minutes into the hour. It must be all. It's the full moon, by the way. Has anybody been feeling his... I like that joke. How do you do PayPal? You just go to paypal.com and create an account for yourself, Lagai. And then you just need to have a checking account that it hooks up to. And then you just send the money to me at douglasblog@gmail.com, my regular address, if I can find it, which I can't. Oh well, I'll type it in. What was I saying? I was saying something very important and I completely spaced it out. It'll come back to me. Joker is so popular because it's a power fantasy against bad people in society. I have to admit the tram scene was pretty satisfying to me, although I get your point about it too. I thought he killed good people like Murray or something. Anyway, you can pay PayPal with a credit card. Yes, you can. They charge you a fee. If you pay it with your bank account, they charge you nothing. As a matter of fact, you just go to paypal.com, and that's where you create an account. The guy who found it was Elon Musk, who does the Tesla. Pal.com. Did you all grow up watching Wizard of Oz like I did? Well, you know what happened after the Scarecrow got a brain? He went on to be a successful neurosurgeon. Yes, because he was outstanding in his field. Alrighty. Mocked him because of his mental state. I see. If you send it to family and friends, there's no charge. Really? Thank you, Lori B. You know all about PayPal. How long was I on Wellbutrin before I noticed an effect? I've never really noticed effect. It's just my psychiatrist says it's kept me from getting depressed. So it's more like, preventative medicine. Let me see what else. Lagai, did I explain about how to do PayPal? Go to paypal.com and create an account. Does anyone feel safe or comfortable in depression? Not I. It was too painful. It's hard to see any therapist or any doctor in the U.S. when you get health care through the state. Says 4 in 20 dead birds. Well, here in Oregon, we have something called the Oregon Health Plan, and actually, there's a lot of therapists you can see for free, but we have a really great system here. I guess it varies from state to state, but universal health care is really a right. Hey, by the way, Taco Platter, how is the health care in mental health care in Canada with state health care? I want to know. Who else? Oh, Lagai also. Both of you guys are from Canada. How is the mental health care there? All right, let's go on to some more questions here. My dog used to chase people a lot on a bike. It got so bad I had to take his bike away. Robert Jenkins, I appreciate that. Speaking of Robert Jenkins, let's go ahead and give a shout out to Robert Jenkins and give some more money to this, what is this called? This mental health mission, this labor, that's what it is, a labor of love is what this channel is about. But I'm doing it because I need to share recovery because I've had so many mental health crises, been hospitalized, had ECT, you name it, I've got it or did it. I have low thyroid and I feel so depressed. Boxer, yes, low thyroid is a cause of depression. Talk to your doctor and see what it comes up with. I've been on thyroid medication myself for about 5 months. It's really made a difference. SB says, I'm thankful for Douglas Ministry. See, SB and I both call this a ministry, and it really is. I love that term. We both have a very similar spiritual outlook. Robert Jenkins, $10 more, my God. The Robert Jenkins Foundation is what I'm going to call it. The Robert Jenkins Mental Health Foundation. Read Lip on the Biology of Belief. I have read it a long time ago. I should probably relook at it. It's probably really good. Kelly Burns says, a 6-month manic episode cost me everything, including my relationships. They can be very destructive. By the way, Kelly, are you finished looking at my manuscript? I can send you some more chapters from part 2. You seem to really like the first part. But I get how Joker can create more stigma about mentally ill because it shows a normal person with a sickness descending into a homicidal lunatic. Yeah. Look, for me, I just have to be really careful what I expose myself to. I was a very sensitive kid. I saw a movie one time called The Defenders, a TV show where a guy came upstairs and murdered the parents in their bedroom. And every time I heard a rustle downstairs, I thought someone was coming up to murder my parents. Very, very, very impressionable. That's what I was. And I think anybody who's impressionable should not be looking at films about violence and twisted stuff. Thank you, Lagai. I donate this way. I'm not good at technology, but we'll look into PayPal. Peace to everyone. Peace to you, Lagai. We have to meet each other. Just come on over the border. Abdullah Masatif says, I'm doing a ketogenic diet. I feel a lot more calm and less anxious. I take vitamin 12 and cod liver oil, but sometimes anxiety clicks for a couple hours, but I take Seraflex. Thanks. Hey, Abdullah Masatif, that's good. I'm really glad you found something that works for you. Any tips when you get stuck living in your head, says Taco Platter, an amazing contributor. Yes, get into your body. I'm going to say it right here. Get onto your bike, ride up Rocky Butte. I think you're the person who said you were looking for a cycling season. You should have a stationary bike. Then you can bicycle indoors when the weather is crap. Okay, get into your body. When you're into your head, switch gears and get into your body. It works every time. Tony Robbins says the best way to change your state is to change your physiology. So, physical exercise helps with depression, helps with anxiety, helps with low mood, helps with almost everything. Get your heart rate up, breathe deeply, get your heart rate up to 50 to 70%, 80% of its maximum heart rate level, and you will feel better most of the time. Caleb is saying, move on to a new therapist. Thoughts on a therapist who complains about their lives? Yeah, oh yeah. No, you need to move on to another therapist, I agree. That's why I won't watch 13 Reasons on Netflix. Don't want those dark thoughts in my head, of course. Donna Calby, whoa, it's not my God, I can't keep up. We have to change how quick. I'm going to have to slow these comments down. Hi there, I'm a new subscriber. Thank you for all you do. I have a question. Can you give me some ideas on how to get out of a paralyzing depression? I take in more of this. Yes. Read my book, Healing from Depression. Watch any of my videos. Essentially, set the intention to heal, reach out for support, and treat your symptoms using a combination of mutually supportive therapies. Go to healingfromdepression.com. I'll put my website down there. But essentially, you do a combination of things, but you must go into therapy, and you should see a doctor if you think you want to try medication. Exercise, social support, prayer. You can get it all on my website, healingfromdepression.com. But yes, depression is time limited. It's episodic. You will come out of it. Never, never, never give up. But yes, medication and psychotherapy are the usual ways people get out of depression, but there's a lot more holistic ways to do it, which I mentioned here. And by the way, the book I'm referring to, Healing from Depression, 12 Weeks to a Better Mood, there it is, Amazon.com, about $15. It's not a nice sunset, and there's my name. So yeah, my book has a whole 12-week recovery program outlined, but if you're really depressed, you do need professional help as well as doing self-help. Stalin, thanks for being a subscriber. I hope you watch some more videos. Hey, iPlasma, hello, nice to see you. All right, I will pray for you, Lazar Maria, no problem, €2. What's going on? Tell me what you need prayers for. Much love to everybody. I'm going to get a little bit of exercise. See you all next week. And see, that's what you do. Taco out of your head into your body. Well, I'll pray for you. Yes, I believe in prayer. Brain Lock audiobook is on YouTube for free as well. Well, I didn't know. Caleb, why don't you send me that link? My God, Brain Lock is an amazing book. It's about how to overcome ECD. DouglasBlock@gmail.com. And there it is. Send me that link, will you? Yes, Robert Jenkins, you're right. Brain Lock teaches you a 4-step process to get out of obsessive thinking. All right, I'm going to have a sip of my cocoa. 27 minutes after the hour, 77 people watching. Boy, it would be good if we could get over to 80 again. One of you people who was watching, drag 3 people over to the screen. Take a deep breath, Doug. Let me see if I have any messages have come through. Nope. Oh my God, it's flooding in Eastern Oregon. Well, we've had a lot of rain this month. What tools can one use to control negative thinking, says Marp R. You're in a war with depression. Pray to have patience. Be patient. You will come out of it. I've been hospitalized 5 times. By the way, Mark R, CBT is what people use to overcome negative thinking. Cognitive behavioral therapy. And you should definitely go see someone who practiced that, and there's a lot of good books on it. Lots and lots of good books about changing your thinking to change your mood. That's what would helpful. Bye, Shanta. Nice to see you. Well, Butrin has helped me a great deal, and it's helped me. Look, Guy and I are like soul brothers and sisters. We both take the same medication. Yes, well, Butrin helps. So I've seen that medication help a lot of people. Remember, one man's meat's another man's poison. Everybody has their unique reaction to antidepressants, so it's all trial and error. If you want to try Wellbutrin, talk to your doctor, talk to your psychiatrist, talk to your nurse practitioner. You're doing CBT with your counselor? Excellent. Yes, Lazar Maria, I love your name. What part of the world are you living in? Lagai, I haven't even made a joke yet, Lagai. Okay, Lagai, you've made me do it. Oops. I thought I had 2 of these. I love to eat. I don't get hot dogs anymore because I don't eat meat. But what did the guru say to the hot dog salesman? What did he say to the hot dog salesman? He said, make me one with everything. That's what the guru said to the hot dog salesman. You're in Paris. That's right. You told me. I love Paris. I went there 12 years ago. God, 14 years ago. My God, how does time fly? We're all going to be dead in 50 years. Not all of you. Anybody heard of the Blurt Foundation? No, but it sounds like a joke. CBT for Tummies is a great book. Thank you, Caleb. I should take that out. Yes, that's excellent. Making stuff that tastes good is therapeutic to me, says Chom Choms. I made a homebrew double IPA and it was a success. Only one of the 20 bottles I made was overcarbonated and exploded. Well, hope you weren't nearby. A termite walks into a bar and asks, is the bartender here? Oh my goodness, that took me a while to get over that. I mean, get the joke. That's amazing. Thank you. Yes, what is your dentist joke, Carrie Porter? Please tell it again. Is the bartender here? Okay, I'm going to try. I'm definitely the last one I wasn't able to copy, but this one I know I'm going to do it. Wow, my copy and paste is not working. This is weird. I can't copy and paste your jokes. Why is that not happening? Well, I'll have to do it after we're over or done. Trite76, I've chatted with you once before. Greetings from the UK. Your stream is very valuable. Thanks for your content. Thank you. My content is very important to me. Do you know I wanted to be a psychology professor years ago? What kind of tree fits in your hand? A palm tree. Billy Reed, you are too good. You know what Billy Reed's joke was last time? I broke my arm in 2 places. You know what the doctor told me? Don't go to those places. By the way, Billy Reed, how are you doing? I know you had ECT a while ago, a number of sessions. I have 2 friends who are going through it right now. Was it helpful? Let me know. Shanta Henderson, 90 plus 40. I'm not quite sure what that means, but someone just said, wow, I'm in remission from depression, says Madeline Roy, but I'm afraid it won't last. Well, look, depression is a recurring condition. However, it will come back to some extent, but it can be very minor and manageable. The question is, if you do the depression recovery program every day, if you eat well, sleep well, connect with other people, take your medication if you're on it, exercise, pray, do whatever you need to do to keep a positive mental attitude, then if the depression comes back, it'll be minor, not major. So you just have to live your life in recovery, and so do alcoholics and drug addicts. It's no different. So it's great. It's great that you're in remission, and keep doing what you're doing. Do magic mushrooms work? For some people they do. Some people microdose them. They've talked about it on this channel and during this live chat. Yeah, you put the bottles in the bucket so if one happened to explode, there wouldn't be a mess anywhere. Very good, Chom Choms. Fly out here and make me a beer, even though I don't drink. Yes, I've been Lamictal for 6 months. It's really worked well. Yes, well, Kelly Burns said he had a manic episode, and Lamictal is an excellent mood stabilizer. I'm on it. I have bipolar too. I've never gone tremendously manic, but I have been hypomanic. What is the best time to go to the dentist? The worst time, excuse me, 2:30. Wow. That's a lot worse than my dad jokes. By the way, why do they call them dad jokes in the first place? All right. I got an exam tomorrow. Wish you luck. We all wish you luck. Yes, Kelly Burns, Lamictal is a wonderful medication. I'm glad it's helping you. Nope, I don't watch UFC fights. They're too... why are elevator jokes so classy and good? They work on many levels. Very good, Chom Choms. Baby goats, yes. Doing pretty good after EC did not help. New meds are working now. Okay, well, at least you tried it, did you? Dad Jokes is an app? Really, Robert Jenkins? Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. I should try to find it right now. Am I a veteran? A veteran of suffering, a veteran of depression warfare. But I've never been in the Army, no. But let me go to the App Store here, because someone told me there's an app called Dad Jokes, but I can't find my App Store app. This is weird. I'm going to have to do it later. Where did it go? There it goes. It's on page 2. Balance, minute. Money is not everything. You can buy a doctor, but not good health. Well, that's absolutely true. Okay, I'm going to search for dad jokes right here. Wow. There's lots of dad jokes things on here. Laugh my app off. My God. Well, I'll have to do that afterwards. Anyway, thank you for the thing about the Dad Jokes app. 76 people. Where does the hippo go to school? I don't know. Lori B. Look up Dr. Claire Weeks on audiobooks to help with anxiety. Wish Healing Depression was on there. Well, I don't have it in audiobook, but I do have it as a Kindle. I wish I could show pictures of the latest baby goats. I picked up some outdoor toys from a neighbor and slid it on the picnic table for kids. My kids will love playing on them. Very nice, very nice. So it is now 66 people watching. Well, we're dropping. We went from 81 to 66. Well, more jokes, anybody? And how about some more donations? We haven't had one for a while. Okay, again, 54 years ago today, the Beatles went on Ed Sullivan. And that was an incredible, incredible thing. Lazy Eye Ranch is going to upload bouncing baby goats to her channel. I can't say I'm feeling depressed at the moment, but I'm feeling very numb and uninspired, Steve Keeler. That could be a symptom of depression. If it continues to continue, talk to your therapist. James Brand says, we, the depressed, would be more inclined to listen than to read. I agree with you, Lori. I'm sorry that my stuff is not an audiobook yet. It has to become more famous. James Brand says, hello from the stormy UK. Douglas, someone who listens is vital when the chips are down. Isolation sucks. Well, that's why you should go to a peer support group or have a good counselor. Natasha Mudford, nice to see you. Review GLAD for newbies, okay? Oh, yes, that's one of my videos, of course. Why I'm glad and why you should be too is the name of the video. No more donations for me, LOL. As I said, I posted the link for the audiobook for Brainlock. And where did you post it? Right here on the live chat. And of course, Robert Jenkins, your generosity is superior. And, you know, it's, you know, of course, you know, we're not expecting any more donations. Just, you know, just send me the $15,000 check in the mail. That's all. That was a joke. Yeah, audiobooks are wonderful, aren't they? You see me now, a veteran, 1,000 psychic wars. I've been living on the edge for so long where the winds of limbo roar. Wow, is that from a song? It's beautiful. We need another joke, Doug. Wow, okay. Oh, you looked up the goats guy? Yeah, excellent. Well, let me see if we can get some more, jokes from you guys. I have jokes from live chats. Did you hear about the cross-eyed teacher who got fired? She couldn't control her pupils. How's that, Mark R? My wife told me to stop acting like a flamingo, so I had to put my foot down. That's one of my favorite ones. That's from Jason Clulo. Joke of the day, my wife and I are fighting a lot. I'm not home often. She always misses me. This morning game got better and she broke my nose. Very, very funny. I will pay Doug's playlist, but put my phone on the pillow to keep me completely, whatever that means. Bubs, nice to see you. Try Kava Kava instead of Farmers for anxiety and depression. It's done wonders for me. Yeah, it helps some people. Too much hurts the liver, however. You should look into side effects. You explained it correctly. It turns the fear center off in your brain. Absolutely. Which country invented French fries? Greece. Oh my God, that's... Caleb, you're a genius. Yeah, the stymie is when you feel dull and blah. Greece, get it? What do you suggest for overcoming being obsessive to perfection, sir? It's ruining the life on things ranging from human relations to objects, whatever. Well, Anur, there's a book called Brainlock that you might want to take out. And also, there are books on how to stop being perfect. Usually it's an anxiety disorder. What would happen if you weren't perfect? Ask yourself that. Hello from Cameroon. Wow. Wow. Can depression make you lose your ability to visualize images in your head? It happened to me because of anxiety and depression. I suppose so. Um, absolutely. I'm really, really glad it replied honestly enough. The question is, will I be around long enough for it to kick in? Great answer. Of course you'll be around long enough. One day at a time, my friend. One day at a time is how you get through anything. Just take a day at a time. Just get through the end of the day, and then the next day, and then the next day. All right. Please, Doug, help me with loneliness. I have a video that I made. It's called How to Overcome Loneliness. My goodness, the sun is out. It's time for a bike ride. I'm gonna check out a little bit earlier today. Did you hear about Jordan Peterson Clanasa? It's so sad. I wish him well. Don't agree with his message, but I wish him no bad will. What happened to Jordan Peterson Clanasa? I love that guy. Did he get hooked on it? He must have. Don Fortier, why didn't you let me know more specifically what happened? Stalin Case, classy. Thank you so much. I just tried to go back to your comments and find the link, but it was too far back, I guess. Can you please post that link again? I truly appreciate it. Yeah, Douglas videos are the best help ever. Check them out. Thank you. I'm going to stand up for a second. I'm sitting on a very hard chair with no back, but it is good for my back, but the seat is very hard, and I don't have enough flesh on my buns. How do I get out of this thing? Yeah! Hey everybody, look, you can see my thumbs. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay, that's called the 7th inning stretch. He's in a Russian hospital treatment. His wife is dying and he crumbled. My God. Well, that would crumble anybody, would it not? Damn it. Why do good people have to have bad things happen? Somebody tell me, why do good people have to suffer? Bub says, I love you, Doug. You're needing the universe. This is so beautiful doing this live chat. Keep helping people, making them feel loved. I wasn't feeling the best today, and I found the live chat. Go, Bubs! Go, Bubs! What country are you in, if I would like to know? Hooked on it? Was he taking it as prescribed? That you mean physically dependent? Please don't stigmatize. No. Who said he was hooked on Klonopin? YLF, can depression make you lose your ability to visualize images in your head? Yes, you asked me that before. Depression can cause all sorts of mental symptoms, absolutely. Can you recommend a sleeping aid? Well, I can't recommend anything over the internet, but I know that there are antidepressants which taken in small doses can help with sleep, and they're not habit forming. I take Elavil, and there's also Remeron and Trazodone. Talk to your nurse practitioner or your psychiatrist. Ask them for a recommendation of an antidepressant that helps with sleep. Stan Casey, hey Bubs. What did I ask, Doug? You asked that. You asked that what about Klonopin and getting hooked on it? Anyway, yeah, Laura B. Why don't you just go ahead and give me a little bit of clarification what I asked? Oh, Peterson was addicted and checked himself into a hospital for rehab. Well, you know, I had a number of my group members were addicted to Klonopin and benzos, and they went to the hospital, and it took them 6 months, and they got off it, and now they're fine. It happens a lot. Well, they shouldn't have kept upping his dosage. Not a good idea. That doctor was not being responsible. Kelly Burns, I understand that feeling. When I get like that, I make a commitment to walk or exercise every day for 5 days before I make any kind of decisions. Nice work, Kelly. Good self-care. And what did Gray Sarah say? All right. I'm trying to find what she said, but too many people, too many comments. Everybody's fighting their own personal war. That's a very, very, very good. Into every life some rain must fall, said Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Everybody has rain, everybody has sorrow. It's a human condition. Life is suffering, said the Buddha. But we can overcome suffering, said Helen Keller. Helen Keller said life is suffering, but it's also full of the overcoming of it. So who knows who Helen Keller is? Some of you guys must. Some of you who are older, like myself. Who was Helen Keller and why is she so famous? Oh, I see. You asked if he was hooked, addicted, not true if he's taking his prescribed physically dependent. Thank you, Lori. Yeah, no stigma. Thank you for clarifying that. Well, if he took it as prescribed and he got dependent, that's what happens with benzos. That's why they're supposed to only be used short term. So it certainly wasn't his fault. So yes, thank you, Lori, for clarifying that. Yes, if you're going to take a benzodiazepine like Klonopin or Ativan or Xanax, or what's the other one? There's a third one out there. I forget. Valium. Yeah, short-term use. That's what it says on the box. Work with your doctor. All right, it is now 45 minutes to the hour. We only have 57 people watching from 81 to the 70s, 60s, the 50s. People are dropping like flies. Well, maybe a donation would help. Yes, Dalen Casey. She was not just blind, Helen Clark, but she was blind, she was deaf, and she was dumb. She couldn't speak, hear, or see. And she made the Braille way of speaking. Absolutely. And The Miracle Worker is an amazing movie you should see with Patty Duke, who had manic depression, and Anne Bancroft. You must see that film. You probably can get it. It won the Academy Award. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. It's called The Miracle Worker. Played by William Gibson. How do I know so many things? Because I have my brain. DB stands for data bank. So The Miracle Worker, watch the film. It's all about a woman who recovered from horrible disability and became one of the great people of the 20th century. I'm actually taking 1/2 milligram of Klonopin. I'm afraid to come off it now. It's been working well. Talk to your doctor about it. I know people who've taken 1/2 milligram Klonopin for long periods of time. You can be a Patreon community like me. Every month there's a donation. Well, thank you, Lori B. And here's how you go to the Patreon page, www.patreon.com. And you can make it like a monthly donation of $5, $10. And it helps me make these videos to help people. Yeah, go to patreon.com and just type in my name, Douglas Block Depression. Are the depression effects on the brain reversible or permanent? Is there any hope? Of course, YLF. I did a video called Depression Does Not Cause Brain Damage, or it was called Does Depression Cause Brain Damage? No. I was depressed at 18, 23, 32, 47, and 65. 5 breakdowns, and my brain is just as good as it was when I was 20. I have a good memory. I write books. I'm working on a brand new book. I do videos. I use my mind quite a lot, and it works very well. Thank you, brain. Thank you, brain. Thank you, brain. Of course, I try to take good care of it. I put in Hostess Twinkies, Haagen-Dazs ice cream, lots of bourbon. No, I don't. I eat very well. Okay. Hey, man, it's still 2018. I love you. Thanks for being here. Don Fortier, $5. That's the way. Is it Fortier? Is that right? Like the French? Or, I mean, it's a French name, isn't it? How long was I on Klonopin? I was on Klonopin for 9 months, 1/2 milligram a day, and then I stopped when I got better. Lori B, I've been on 4 milligrams of Ativan for the last 20 years, thanks to doctors. Had to taper off. Long-term use can cause depression. Benzos are in CNS. Benzos are central nervous system depression. So, are you still taking 4 milligrams of Ativan? That's a lot, but I've known people who have taken benzos for long periods of time, even though, it's not the best idea, but they've survived. Love to you, sweetie, says Bubs. Well, I don't know who the sweetie is, but Kelly Burns, great SR. Yeah, feeling worthless is a symptom of depression. Self-care is the prescription. I know how hard it is. Thank you, Kelly. You're a mensch. You're a wonderful human being. Thank you for your comments. I'm going to send you some more chapters from my book. You're tapering off now. Nice, Lori. Do it really slowly and under the care of a doctor. Dale Carnegie wrote a book called How to Stop Worrying and Stop Living. Never far from my bedside. Been helpful over the years. How can we non-U.S. people help contribute? Well, James Brand, you can do one of two things. You can contribute right now by clicking on the $sign, the super chat sign, and making a contribution right now, whatever currency you use, or you can simply go to patreon.com and just sign up over the internet for a monthly donation. So, or you can make a one-time donation right now. Just click on the $sign. If you want to know more about it, you can just email me, Douglas Block. I can't believe I don't have that thing at gmail.com. Okay, that answer your question? My doctor just introduced my Klonopin to 2 milligrams a day, but I don't want to go that high. I was put on Klonopin in 2019. I want to get off, but it helps my anxiety. Well, that's a tough one, isn't it? I would say talk with your doctor, but I would say if you can keep it low, that would be good. And also, there's so many ways to deal with anxiety besides Klonopin, like deep breathing, like exercise, like putting your face in a sink of cold water, like massage, like progressive muscle relaxation. I have a whole slideshow. Anybody who writes to me, I'll send them a free copy. But thank you, $20, Kelly Burns. I was just thinking of you, and you stepped up to the plate. And I will be sending you more chapters from the book. 50 minutes, we're up from 57 to 64. A full moon this morning, I forgot to mention it. Have any of you noticed the full moon? My partner Joan was having a really difficult time. What does the word lunatic means, and why is it related to us? Because the word luna in Latin means the moon. So people way back when noticed that when the moon was full, people got a little bit more out of control. And like the moon controls the tides, you know, it controls the fluids in our body. So has anybody noticed that when the full moon comes, you feel a little bit more emotionally volatile? Let me know. That's how the word lunatic got created, which of course is a very, very pejorative word. Ask your doctor about atarax for anxiety, no physical dependency. Really, Lori B? I decided to sell my vacuum cleaner. It was just gathering dust. I know, Chom Choms, it's a good idea. It's a flea on the moon. What is? Bought your book and I like reading it. The increase of the Klonopin responds to the increase of Wellbutrin-induced anxiety. Well, yeah, that is true. Wellbutrin can induce anxiety for some people. Well, God, meds, it's a tricky thing, isn't it? It's very tricky working with meds. And God bless the psychiatrists, the mental health nurse practitioners. They're doing the best they can. You're welcome, James Brand. I don't know what you thanked me for. Gray SR, hang in there. Yes, Lagai. You must keep on taking a step at a time. Thank you, Douglas. I appreciate these sunny live chats. No, it's not a sunny live chat. It's gray and miserable. Oh, Sunday live chats. I'm sorry. All right, that was a joke. Well, what can we say? Any more jokes? Jokes, please. Mark R., you must be really down. Who has a joke for Mark R.? Come on, Jason, Chom Choms, you got plenty of them. The co-prescribing instructions are to RX and benzo when RXing Wellbutrin. Look it up. Happened to me too. Lori B., you're a real wealth of knowledge. God, you should go back to medical school and become a psychiatrist. Well, what kind of exercise do depressed people do? Lazy people do. What kind of exercise do lazy people do? Diddly squats. Not too bad, huh? What do you call a deer with no eyes? No-eye deer. You know about benzos firsthand? Well, good for you. You should go check out a guy named Will Hall. He has a whole website and a book, free book on how to come off psychiatric medications. Of course, under the care of a doctor, but he's got some good points. Why did the hipster burn his mouth? He ate pizza before it was cool. Where did you come up with this? I used to be a helicopter winchman, but the job kept winding me down, winding me up. Yes, you've talked about that. All right, Mark, are you happy? We forgot about, are you happy? Are you happy? As my grandmother used to say. We have 4 new jokes. Last night, the moon was gorgeous, really clear air up here in the mountains, not much light pollution. You can see the Milky Way. Wow, you are lucky. We have light pollution and cloud pollution in Portland. I would love to see the Milky Way. I joked I was so low I'd jump off a cliff, but too depressed to walk up one. Well, probably a good idea. All right, we have 5 minutes left. Anybody have any final questions about mental health recovery? All I can say is, what's that? Yard by yard, life is hard, inch by inch, it's a cinch, okay? Yard by yard, life is hard. I'm gonna type that. It's absolutely true. Yard by Why is this not? Oh, because of the microphone line. Okay. Yard by yard, life is hard. However, by inch, it's a cinch. So what does that mean? Yard by yard, life is hard, inch by inch is a cinch. It means that we have to take it a day at a time, an hour at a time. We cannot project ourselves into the future and worry about what's going to happen. Are we ever going to get well? Are we ever going to get off the Klonopin? You know, is the world going to end? Yes, it will, but long after you're dead. So you really have to take things in small steps. That's how you overcome and deal with the pain of depression. I have a video that I'm very proud of that guys might want to see. It's called Bearing the Unbearable Pain. A-R-A-B-L-E. By the way, I have great news. Because of you guys and your participation, last live chat we did last Sunday on Groundhog Day, we had over 1,000, I'm looking it up right here on my YouTube app, we had over 1,000 views for the first time ever since I've been doing these. I know that doesn't seem, I mean, that doesn't seem much for this channel. I mean, we're not exactly in the big time here, but to have 1,000 views on a live chat, very unusual. My videos usually get anywhere between 2,000 and 500,000 views, but it was 1,082. Of course, they demonetized it, which means they thought it was inappropriate for advertisers. I don't know why, but we had over 1,000 views last week. I'm very proud of you guys. Can guilt and shame be the cause of depression? It's a symptom of depression, but it also cause it goes both ways. So what happens after we die? I hope I can eat all the Big Macs I want without feeling nauseous. Well, you should watch a film called Defending Your Life with Albert Brooks. It talks about Judgment City, where you can have anything you want. I recommend getting out of the box. We live in one, go to work in one, we're on one now, come home to watch a box and die in a box. Nature heals. Well, that means get out into the woods, absolutely. Look at Lazy Eye Ranch. She lives in nature. I'm remembering why I fell in love with this wilderness now that I'm feeling better. I really have so much to be grateful for. Lazy Eye Ranch, good for you. Lazy Eye Ranch was really in a bad place months ago. What helped you turn the corner, Lazy Eye Ranch? Was it the hormones? Was it Wellbutrin? Never give up, never give up, never give up. What Do I Flew Over One of the Cuckoo's Nest is an absolutely brilliant book, but it's not a true indication of what a mental health unit is like. It was a parable about the 1950s, but Ken Kesey is genius. I used to meet him in Mama's Home Fried Truck Stop in Eugene. I have talked to Ken Kesey, and sometimes a great notion is amazing. He was a tremendous writer, but he did way too many drugs. Everybody needs to sit on a porch tonight and just take a deep breath. Enjoy the moment. Absolutely. Daily meditation has been so good for me. Going to the woods is my church. Absolutely, Dan Fortier. I still need to know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. By the way, thank you for the $5 donation. And I was going to type something important, and I've now forgotten it. Maybe it'll come back to me. Yeah, I just don't know what I was going to type something very, very important. Oh, well. Anna Scissors, wow, you haven't been here in months. Nice to see you again. It's been after being almost a year of being all right, doing things, having energy, and not feeling helpless. I am again in the down period. Well, see, that's how it's like a sine curve, right? You go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. Guess what, Anna Scissors? You came out of it before, you'll come out of it again. The best predictor of the future is the past. You will come out of this. Just use the tools you used to come out of the last one. The sun is out. I'm going for a walk. We have 49 seconds left. Does anybody have... Yeah, of course, Caleb, that's the point. Does anybody have any final thoughts, comments, jokes, insights, and basically, especially donations? We have 34 seconds, 33 seconds, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28. Okay. I love One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Great movie. I wish Jack Nicholson would do One Flew Too. Yes, well, it was greatly acted, but it was not... electroshock therapy seen in that movie did more to discourage people from getting ECT than anything in the world. They did a huge disservice, that movie did, to mental health treatment. I just moved home. I just moved from the home I've lived in 90% of my life. I'm feeling much better now. Don't know how to make my new place feel like home. It takes time. Invite people over for dinner. Have a housewarming party. Peace to everyone. I love you, little guy. I started going to group therapy and getting more, plus the right meds have helped me turn the corner. Yay, Lazy Eye Ranch. I want you to go out, I want you on your channel, I want you to tell people that healing is possible. Lazy Eye Ranch, I want you to basically give people hope, because you've been down in the abyss and you're coming out of it. Tell them it's possible. See you all next Sunday. Common thoughts. I love you all. And group therapy is great, Anna Scissors. For the next 10 minutes, you'll be able to talk to one another, chat with one another. And thank you, Kelly, for your donation. Thank you for Robert Jenkins. Thank you for Taco Platter. Thank you, Don Fortier. Thank you, Jason Clulo. Thank you, everybody who's contributed. We'll be back here next week, God willing. And what is next week? It's the 16th. And the following weekend is my birthday weekend, okay? I'm going to give you my address. My mother always used to send me money based on the year of my how old I was. I'm going to be 71 next weekend, so I want you to all send me $71. No, I don't. My mother would, but she's dead. So anyway, I'll see you next week. How do scientists keep their breath fresh? Experiments, Doug. I don't know what that question means. I'm going outside and start to build my baby goat playground after this. Maybe snuggle those babies first. Lazy Eye Ranch, I'm so glad you're feeling better. Remember, share your hope with other people. And until I see you next week, and guess what? Next Saturday, I have a new video coming out. I'm gonna even new video on February 15th on this channel. And it's called, the name of the video is called, Are You Living in the Future? So everybody make sure you subscribe, because you'll get notifications of every video and every live chat. The citalopram will improve energy and poor sleep quality. If it helps with depression, it does. That's Alexa. For some people it does. Talk to your doctor, yes. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday. Adios.